You tell them I'm coming, and hell's coming with me, you hear? Hell's coming with me!
All right, I'm going to bring something up for y'all real quick. I want y'all to see this real quick, and I want to get y'all's take on it. Are we overreacting to this, to Shedeur Sanders, a.k.a. Sackazula Sanders, or do we have a reason to make fun of him for doing this? I'm going to bring this up for y'all real quick. Here we go. Damn. Sort of botched that a little bit, but there he is walking off the field with 2 minutes left to go in the game, 2 or 3 minutes from what my boy Jonathan Lewis told me. So is it just me, or, I mean, he wasn't injured. Now, if he was injured and they had to take him back there to look at him, I could understand. But he didn't look injured to me. So y'all tell me exactly what that was. Do you send your starting quarterback to the locker room 2 or 3 minutes early so he don't have to shake anybody's hands? I mean, is that not sending a bad message that your supposed leader departs the field with 2 or 3 minutes left? Deion's like, well, the game was over and blah, 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 blah. There's still 2 or 3 minutes left, man. Y'all down 28-10. This is college football. Anything can happen. You get a touchdown, kick an onside kick, get the ball back, score another touchdown, you're right back in the game again. I know it sounds unlikely, but we've seen it happen quite a few times in college football. You don't send him to the back with 2 or 3 minutes left to go. What kind of message is that? Oh, we're gonna be more of a leadership type group, he says. We're gonna lead by example. Oh, there's your example right there. When the game is when you're about to get your ass handed to you, and you just don't think you can win, just run and hide. That's the message. That's the message that sends, is when the game is very much over with and you know that your team is in dire straits and they're about to get their ass handed to them, let's just leave the field. I mean, I'm sure the other Colorado players that were not playing in the game would have liked to have gone ahead and went back to the back and got their bling off and got their Louis bags packed and shit so they could go to the next game against Baylor or whoever they're playing next, Colorado State. And the double standard for him and his sons is pathetic and it's nauseating. It makes me I just wish I could slap the damn gray off his face. It just pisses me off, man. Deion Sanders is such a damn hypocrite, man. He has got to be the biggest coaching jackass in the history of college football. Even worse than Lincoln Riley. That's right, I said it. Even worse than Lincoln Riley, brothers and sisters. How can I get a college football amen on that? Damn. I got another one here. I'll bring it up for y'all right now. All right. It's y'all's favorite coach of all time right here. One that begs for people to call him coach. Don't call me Deion Sanders. You call me coach. When you earn the title, we will. Here we go. You ain't really earned our respect, Deion. Mr. I like to pour water on McCarver's head during a baseball post-game interview. Come on, Deion. I'll be your ass up there. There's some lies.
How's everyone?
There he is.
Tough game for us. Came out on the short end of the stick, obviously. Starting out, felt good about matchups. We felt good about the competition. We felt good about what we brought to the table.
You felt good about the matchup. You felt good about what you brought to the table. You were down 28-0 at halftime, right?
Today, game started. Usually we always start out positive. We started, I think the first ball was deflected. The second ball, we didn't bring that in, and it just was just not a rhythm. Then we came out and Shedeur did something very uncharacteristic of himself. Never makes a bad decision, especially in that part of the field, which they got a pick six.
You think?
After that, we were just trying to play catch up. Defense surrendered some things early, but I'm really, really pleased with the way they played in the second half. It seemed like we were a team of second halves. Defensively, we just got to get it going earlier. But overall, certainly not happy with the outcome, but the positive things, the way we competed in the second half, we had no give up, no quit in us whatsoever. We know we got to do a better job offensively on protection, as well as trying to figure out how to establish a run game and be consistent with that.
You said, who's that remind you of? Them mustard and biscuits are real good. Sound like Sling Blade over here. We got Sling Blade up here coaching. Y'all hear that? Try it again. See y'all hear it. Y'all hear
trying to figure out how to establish a run game and be consistent with that. I'm just excited. I mean, you got to understand when you're in a situation like this, you got to find something to hold on to that you can encourage your team. And I'm truly excited about the second half of football that we played. You would have thought offensively would have came in here and did half of what we did a week ago, and it would have been a better contest, but it didn't. They had the advantage the whole.
Just a real quick memo and a notification for Deion. First half does count, brother. Your team of second halves, yeah, great. That's great, man. But you got to play the whole game, brother.
Whole entire game, it seemed as though young kid did a good job with protecting the ball, not turning it over as well. I'm looking at 23 for 30. That's pretty darn good, 185 yards. But touchdown and no turnovers. So it was what it was. Hats off to Coach Rule, his staff, coach.
Is it just me, anybody here? I mean, he's reading from a piece of paper, man. He had to write him out some stuff to be able to come in here and remember what to say. It looks like a fourth grader up there reading a damn social studies project paper or some shit.
It's a heck of a game. Great guy. Like I said, we came into class together as coaches, so I'm always rooting for them unless they play us. But I'm happy if we're going to get our butts kicked, might as well be him. God-fearing man. Let's go.
Nick, you go ahead.
Let's go.
Hi, Coach. Nick Edwards, Hughes Sports Report. Just simply, why was it so difficult for?
Let's go. See, you want people to treat you professionally and treat you like a coach, but you can't even open the form for the questions without acting all. I'm not even going to say it, but you know how he's acting. Acting like a damn fool, man.
The offense to respond to Nebraska's defense?
I have no idea.
Whoa.
Known that answer. I think we would have responded quicker.
Did you hear that? What's it?
The offense to respond to Nebraska's defense?
I have no idea. We would
have no idea.
That answer, I think we would have responded quicker.
No idea. You don't have no idea what happened. You don't have no idea why your team performed the way it did. You don't have any inkling as to what you could work on. You got a set of notes in your freaking hand, moron. You just read off a bunch of shit that probably your sports information director wrote for you, because we all know you're not really coaching. I don't know. What happened? What happened? Why'd you lose? Is there anything you can tell us, Coach, that could give us an inkling as to why not only did you get beat, you got beat down. 28-10 doesn't tell the story. I don't know what happened in the second half, but if I had to point at something that was a negative for Nebraska, it was the fact that they called it in a little too soon. Rule needs to go out there and put his foot on the throat there. If that had been another team besides Colorado, Nebraska might have got into a dogfight at the end of the game. So you need to go in there, Nebraska, and you absolutely need to put your foot on the throat and at least score 1 or 2 touchdowns in the second half. Of course, I heard there was Big 12 officiating there, so that might have had something to do with it.
Yeah, we seemed like we just never got it going until it was too late. It seemed like we just never got it going. Protections were a problem.
He just bobbing his head, man. He's looking for answers. Where are they at? Where's the answers at? I don't know what the hell happened. I'm just the coach. Why y'all asking me what happened? I'm just a head coach. I'm just a lowly head coach. You're not supposed to ask me these questions.
I'm trying to be polite and say it because, if I can say the same thing you're thinking, but if I say it, you say I'm throwing my guys up under the bus. I'm not doing that whatsoever.
Yes, you are.
Protection were a problem. We got to figure out a way to prevent that and do a better job with that.
Brian, go ahead. The coach has a couple questions for you. First off, are you?
He said, I'm not throwing them on the bus, but they need to protect better. I'm not going to say that because then y'all get on to me, but they do need to protect better. You're not going to say that, but you're going to say that. Dude, you're the biggest gaslighting jackass I've ever seen, man. You are indeed a farce and just an embarrassment to the coaching profession, man. That's why you don't deserve to be Coach Prime. You need to just be called Con Time, like I've been saying the whole time.
You surprised the offensive line is not getting the push and the protection that you thought they might.
Well, first game, I think they did a good job protecting. I'm not going to say that. This game,
I'm not going to say that.
So we hadn't run the ball like we wanted to consistently. But rarely do you have a great running offense and a great passing offense. Rarely you have that. One is going to have to be the lesser.
Rarely you have an offense that's got good passing and running. Maybe when you played at Florida State, I don't know, man. That don't sound right. Now, of course, yes, you're going to be better at one thing than you are the other. That's what he's trying to allude to. But the way he's saying it is you're going to be exceptionally better at one and not so exceptional at the other. That's horseshit. It's called. Let me give you a lesson, Deion. Get your little notebook and write this shit down, or get your son Sackazula or Shiloh with his bummed up arm. If it's his right arm, get him to write with his left hand. Give him some practice right here. He can take some notes left-handed. But that's called having a balanced offense. And you know what a balanced offense does for you, brother? It wins you championships. That's what it does, Deion.
Of the two. Well, we got to figure out a way to have some type of running game. We have backs that can flat out do it. We really do.
Yeah.
Like what I saw out of those guys as well.
What?
The second question for you.
What?
Can you give us an update on Shiloh? It also looked like Shedeur went out.
Yeah. Shiloh, I think injury reports, I think Harge did something with his foot on one of the punts.
But that's all I'm going to make y'all listen to of that. That's 5 minutes of rambling and bumbling of a jackass that doesn't know. Hey, Coach, what happened? Could you give us an idea of what you can do to correct this shit in the future? I mean, you're only making $10 million a year. Let me see. Let me think. I don't know. Gee, Mr. Hand, I don't know. It's just like that scene out of Fast Times at Ridgemont High when Spicoli's asked what he should do to get to class on time or to provide him with a better learning atmosphere. And Spicoli says, oh, no. Why are you asking me? Deion Sanders, man. All you con time groupies out there, I've never understood it. Maybe somebody in here in the comment section can make me understand why people have been fooled up by this guy since day one. What is it you have seen in this guy from the get-go? I've been saying this before he ever went to Colorado, that he was a farce and he was a con man. He was conning people at the HBCU level. Yeah, he was winning a lot of games there because his fame and glory dwarfed everybody at that level, which is like really Division III football because they don't even compete in the FCS. And you get 3 or 4 star players there, and meanwhile you got Alabama State and Bethune-Cookman and teams like that getting 1 and 2 star players if they're lucky. So he had a distinct advantage over them. He doesn't have that anymore. You're at Colorado. You got other coaches out there like Kirby Smart, Ryan Day, Kalen DeBoer. The list goes on and on. Josh Heupel, Brent Venables, even Lincoln Riley out recruits your ass, man. This ain't the HBCU level, man. You can't be making these dumbass statements, these vague, open-ended statements and hoping that people just going to let you slide. He's done banned half the reporting crew there. Felt like a damn CNN press conference.